Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Papa Joe Show, where Papa Joe knows. I am your host, Papa Joe. So, as everyone in the world has noticed, that the entire market, the entire crypto market, is on sale. I like to put it like it's on sale. Everyone's freaking out. I'm going to show you guys here in a minute. There are a lot of major news organizations, major corporations, major hedge funds, etc., financial institutions, whatever you want to call them, slamming Bitcoin today, as they usually do whenever it drops. So the problem is that people took a breath. People took some profits. People. That's how a real open market works. So, when a real market actually functions the way it's supposed to, a freely traded market functions the way it's supposed to, you're going to have days where it's like this here. I'll pull it up here. You have EOS. This is notifications I got about an hour ago. EOS is down 8.15%. Theta is down 10.79%. Matic is down 8.89%. Folks, the entire market has gone down 15-20%. Different areas, different whatever you want to call it. Not letting you what? Hope it's okay with the stream. Hope you guys can hear me. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Like, subscribe, share the video. Share it out right now while it's live, and more people can get in and enjoy it with you guys. Have a chat going on here, and have a conversation. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add this here. So Bitcoin dropped down to $43,000 in just a few minutes. I have a chart here in a second. That's a nice drop. Effectively, this is my opinion, and everything on this show is my opinion. It's not financial advice. It's not legal advice. It's not tax advice. It's my personal opinion. They're for educational purposes only. I have been in this space for a long time, and I do have the experience to kind of talk to these things. I have the experience to talk to them. I've been in this space since late 2011. I've been mining, investing, and I've been helping the entire ecosystem and blockchain, from a blockchain perspective, be built to some of the things that we have today. I've acted as advisors on different projects and things like that. I have a huge list of things that we could talk about some other time. If you ever get the opportunity to meet me in person, I'd love to chat with you about it. It's a lot of fun. Anyways, so when you have a freely traded market, you have a major drop like this, okay? $43,000 from $52,000, approximately. Well, I was showing 52 last night, so yeah, it's nice drop there. So in a freely traded market, you've got people who want to take a profit. There's also this news. I think it happens today or tomorrow, where El Salvador goes live with their cryptocurrency. There's a couple of opinions on that there from me. So you got probably the world government here. Let's say the big banks like, the Federal Reserve has a big holding of cryptocurrency. There's two things that maybe just happened here. Either they're trying to scare the El Salvadorians from getting into crypto because of the major volatility that they just showed, or El Salvador is buying up cryptocurrency and needed somebody to drop a lot on the market so they could get a lot at a good price. If a whale moved 10% of the market, 10% of the overall market's not a lot if you really think about it from the grand scheme of things. All that did was give El Salvador a 10% discount on buying up the crypto. It'll be back. And it'll be back big time. Right before a market takes off, and this is what we've seen in the crypto market, especially in recent history, is that and just about this time in September, October, you'll start to see some major volatility, or it'll plummet a lot, and then it'll jump a lot. And it'll kind of start to stick towards mid-October, late October. My amazing wife, by the way, made a latte for me today. absolutely wonderful. That is good. I love coffee. Love coffee. Love coffee. Love cryptos. Kind of hard to decide which one I love more, to be honest with you. No, cryptos is the wave of the future, folks. And blockchain technology really more than anything. But my opinion on what's taking place right now is that you've got El Salvador sitting here, jumping into the crypto market, making it legal tender for everyone, the first to adopt Bitcoin. It does start to hit snags, primarily because the applications and whatnot that they had built, if not mistaken, I don't know if it was this article, if it was another one. Basically, something had happened to the actual application where once they went live with everyone, it kind of slowed some things down. So they're working on taking care of that right now. But it makes you kind of sit there and go, who dumped it? Why did they dump it? Who's picking it up? And it's not just Bitcoin, it's the entire crypto market. And this is what I've said before to friends and family. I don't think I've said it here yet. You know how gold used to be pegged to, the dollar used to be pegged to gold? And I don't ever think it was pegged to silver. Maybe it was. No, it was, because they're silver dollars. All the price action we see right now and all the other larger cap cryptos, if you'll call them that, the other blockchain projects that are out there that have cryptocurrencies or monetized tokens, they're tied to Bitcoin like the dollar was tied to gold and silver. As Bitcoin's price goes up, most of the time those other cryptocurrencies go up. As Bitcoin price drops, is you really see how tied they are to other stuff. Either people are trying to get out and save their liquidity, whatever. Things are on sale right now. I have friends who've gone in, and myself even, who've gone in and picked this and scooped this up. This is fantastic. It's on sale. Your 20-25% price decrease. I mean, if you're always buying, your dollar cost averaging in, when you get a major drop like this, I mean, this is a nice buy-in. But not financial advice. I don't know if you'll, everyone's like, we're not going to see $4,000 again. You're not going to see $15,000 again. You're not going to see, you name it. Bitcoin's not going away. Cryptocurrencies isn't going to go away. This is a buying opportunity. Take advantage of it while you can. Because idiots like John Paulson, who called the housing market, he wasn't the only one who called it. You had Michael Burry. You had, Michael Burry really nailed it. You had, what's the other guy's name? I don't remember. He's another hedge fund manager at one point. Anyways, there's a lot of people that call the housing market crash. John Paulson sitting here saying that Bitcoin's a huge messed up, blah, 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 blah. He has no idea what he's talking about. He's a gold bug. He doesn't realize that this is basically, I don't like calling Bitcoin digital gold, but it has a lot of attributes, but it's hard to get. There's a limited supply. The economics of it is supply and demand, where you have the increase, the decrease based off of what people want in it and or use it for. And then you have its store of value. The differences with Bitcoin and gold is that you have a transferability like cash. You could literally have $1 billion in Bitcoin. Not even have it on your phone. You could memorize your private key or your seed words to the wallet you have it in. Clean your phone. As long as you memorize that, you can go anywhere in the world and no one can stop you from transporting that amount of money to somewhere else. Now, that's not tax evasion. That's not, what's the other word? What's the other term? That's not a way of circumventing systems or anything like that. It's your money. You should be able to do what you want with it. The systems we have today where you travel with $10,000 or more and you get pulled over, the police will actually confiscate that cash or think you're doing something illegal. If you're trying to go buy a car and you want to put $10,000 cash down, you can't do that. You have to have a cashier's check. You can't move the cash like that. It's funny, in the new $100 bills, they have RFID chips. They're tracking you wherever you go with them. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that, but that does happen. You can't do that with crypto. You can see it when it moves on the blockchain. If it's a public blockchain, like Bitcoin is it's a public and transparent blockchain, but it's anonymous to some extent. Like you can block what people are seeing, what they can or can't see. So, I mean, you have to understand how blockchain works to actually make this, to realize what you can do with it, and transferring it across the borders, right? Anyways, there's a lot of stuff taking place right now. You got, I mentioned in recent past, the infrastructure bill. It's still sitting there. I don't think it's been passed yet. You guys in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen it pass. But basically, they're just trying to shake out everyone and get some more, get a bigger place holding than they had before, and they'll slowly bring it up. I've said it also before. I forget who posted it. It was out on Twitter at some point. I saw 20 billion or more sitting on the sidelines in not cash, not USD. It was sitting in a stable coin, sitting in USDC, Tether, things like that. Sorry, when the latte gets cold, it doesn't get so good. But for whatever reason, as that cools, the flavor changes, and it's actually pretty good. Anyways, sorry. When you have that kind of money sitting on the sidelines, and you have somebody who bought in lower than you, you could make a deal with them basically, where 50,000, 55,000, sell it, slam it down, and I'm gonna buy up some, and you buy it again at that point as well. Because what's gonna happen when someone does that is all the weak hands, they freak out. I have diamond hands or vibranium hands, whatever you want to call it. I'm not selling my crypto. Here's an interesting thought for you folks. Did you know that if you were going to go buy a car, or you want to go buy a house and you hold crypto, if you go take a loan out on that crypto, it's not taxable. You heard me right. That's not taxable. And paying back that loan isn't taxable either. Two things happen. If you decide to take a loan out on the crypto, and the crypto is the underlying asset, even if you didn't want to ever pay yourself back, if it gets sold at a loss, well, that's a nice little write-off for you at that point. Just some thoughts. Do your research. Figure it out. But you don't understand. There are ways to appropriately, legally go and spend your crypto. You can set up trusts. You can set up all kinds of things to put your crypto in there, and no one can touch you. Okay? There's lots of legal structures that you can actually set up, and this is how the big boys do this. They go and they set up legal structures, and they put their crypto or their money. This is how, like, the Gates of the world, unfortunately. I hate that man. I know hate's a strong word, but I actually hate that person. You've got people like, they're in their foundation and all this other stuff. You've got people, let's say Bezos. You've got other people like that who are out there putting their money, or Suckabuck. Oh yeah, how's that for a name? Suckabuck. You take those people, and they don't have any money. It's in trust. It's in a business. Do the same thing with your crypto, folks. It's no different. There is a massive wave of crypto millionaires and billionaires that are about to rise on the scene here. And I would even say probably we'll have the first crypto trillionaire at some point. You need to know what you're going to do with that money. you're not going to want to hold on to and be that kind of your own bank. If you join the Papa Joe Show on the Patreon show, it's $5 a month. I go into detail on different things. Little squirrel here, but it's on purpose. Some of the stuff that we do talk on there is a little more in depth on current events, why things are happening, how to get into more of what I'm talking about right now, how to maybe set yourself up from a legal structure to go and protect your assets. I personally like a company called Viva Capital. They have a lot of different portfolios, a lot of different a lot of different products that they offer to their customers. I'm cool with holding and managing my own crypto, but at some point when you have a lot of it, you're going to want somebody else to manage it for you. That's a lot to take care of and a lot of responsibility on you. What's cool is they offer insurance on their stuff, and I like that a lot. Well, for some of their things. I guess they don't have it for everything, but do your research. There are ways to go and appropriately take care of your assets without having to be concerned about, dealing with major taxation or confiscation or anything like that. But anyways, yes, everything's on sale. Not financial advice, but you might want to pick up this dip. Bought a couple of days ago and wish I had bought now, but I'm going to now. I mean, buy high, buy low, and it averages out. It's called dollar cost average, or DCA. You'll hear financial talking heads make those delineations there. Hang on just a second here. My apologies there. Anyways, sorry. There's some fires going on at work, and I just need to make sure that everything went boom. But anyways, everything's on sale. Some of the stuff I really like right now is Cardano. I like EOS. Those are competitors to Ethereum. You guys have heard me mention that. Polygon is on sale. Polygon dropped a pretty good bit, actually. But that one's an interesting one. That one, I think, is going to be more like an Easter egg for all of you folks if you grab that one, because they have the infrastructure stood up already to where you can go and appropriately integrate with all these other platforms. It's really, really cool is they've set it up with ERC20 tokens, but from what I understand, it'd be very easy for them to flip over to any other platform. So if they wanted to integrate with EOS, or if they wanted to integrate with Cardano, or if they wanted to integrate with you name it, they're basically a blockchain of blockchains, or like an IoT, or whatever you want to call it, something to those effect. Blockchain is the future. Blockchain is where things are going to be, and everything that I'm working on the side, it's a lot of fun to watch these things come to fruition and how this stuff is taking place. I thoroughly have been enjoying all the projects I've been working on. Let's do this. Who here thinks that it would be a good idea to start learning cryptocurrency and blockchain technology so that you can get out there and start making a career for yourself in this space? Who sees the writing on the wall? I do. Just because I've been into this for such a long time doesn't make me any more qualified than anyone else. Yes, I know the projects very well. I take that back. I know the projects very, very well, and I'm connected into some of them and know different people and whatnot. You don't understand. Get into crypto, but you need to go learn blockchain. Learn how to blockchain. Those of you who are developers and coders out there or software engineers, you need to learn how to blockchain. Coder can develop on a blockchain, but develop a blockchain from the ground up, you need to know cryptography, you need to know systems, you need to know infrastructure, you need to know all kinds of different things. You need to start scaling yourself up for this because there are so few of me, right? I'm a product owner or a product manager or would be considered a VP of blockchain, okay, or whatever. I mean, that's why I started a business, Aster Blockchain Consulting. It's in links in the description of the video here. I started a business doing consulting for people to do one-on-one consultations just from an educational standpoint so that people understand and/or can learn what is blockchain and how does it work? What is cryptocurrency? How does it work? Are you going to sit on the sidelines and let this opportunity pass you by? Who made the most money? Who made the biggest humanity impact? Who made the biggest impact to humanity when the internet came out? People who knew what they were doing or were quick to learn about it. You need to understand, get out there, build a business, start now. I probably waited too long to start mine. I've had people after me for years to start a business, to get the knowledge that I have locked up in my head, just tumbling around there out to the world. You know, it wasn't necessarily, I don't want to share this information. It was more of a, how in the crap do I have the time to do that? And right now I'm stretched thin doing what I'm doing now. I mean, I'm doing the show as well. I've had lots of people after me for years. Do a show, talk about this stuff. You have a way of connecting dots like no one else I've ever seen, which is why I've worked with corporations, major retailers, small businesses on setting up and connecting real world business problems and showing them how blockchain solves that problem. Blockchain doesn't solve it all. Don't get me wrong. Blockchain doesn't solve it all. If you can do it in other ways, blockchain may make sense. It may not. But the types of conversations with the people I've had makes a lot more sense whenever you can say, there's your problem, here's your solution, and here's how you get there. I have that capability. Can you give me someone who knows how to develop on blockchain or develop anything, especially someone who knows systems, someone who knows systems and infrastructure and automation? Oh, that kind of ecosystem of minds is powerful in the blockchain space. And you know why? Because if you can take blockchain and make it easy, like the Divi project did, they did that with cryptocurrency. If you could take blockchain and make it easy, like Divi did, you're going to have everyone and their brother beating down your door trying to get into what you're doing, trying to figure out how to use your products. Same thing with someone like myself or you folks. Go learn crypto, go learn blockchain, and then teach others. There's money to be made in this, everyone. There's major money to be made in this. Think about it. You go mom and pa shop. Hey, you know what cryptocurrency is? You know what blockchain technology is? No. Or a lot of times they say yes. I've been wanting to put that into, my shop. I wanted to accept crypto as payment, things like that. I have a guy right now who wants me to help him set up crypto as payment for his business. He's a small shop locally here. People want it. You don't understand. Go learn how to do this, folks. You can make money, and I mean you can really make money with this. Buy the dips, sure. But if you want to make money with this, you know who made money in the gold rush? You know who Nordstrom is? Nordstrom's a clothing company, or they sell clothes. You know how they got their start? They made shovels and soap and pickaxes, wheelbarrows, and sold them to the miners in the gold rush in California. How did Amazon get its start? They were selling books. Find the need and fill it, and you will do very well for yourself in life. And you'll be able to create generational wealth, not just from investing in crypto. Go help humanity. Go figure something out and build what the world needs. Don't be afraid of it. Expect to fail. I expect to fail with what I'm doing. It's how you get up and stand up, what makes you who you are after you fall. Learn your lessons and move on. You've got to understand. In this space, you're going to make mistakes. And grace needs to be given, most importantly, to you by you. Because if you can't get up off the floor when you fall down and keep going, there's other things you need to work on before you try and go do stuff like that. Start there. Get out there. Get out of your comfort zones. Start learning this stuff and start making an impact in your communities. Start making your impact around you. Go get involved with your Chamber of Commerce. I'm trying to get meetings set up with mine around here. Multiple. I have multiple cities that I live. Really, I'm kind of centralized in a couple of them. Trying to get into be the only crypto guy in town, and I've already been told. I've had 2 of them call me back, and I would be the only crypto guy in town. Do you understand that? There's a global blockchain Chamber of Commerce. Set your business up, set yourself up, be the one who knows whatever you want to go get your niche in. If it's broad and over encompassing everything, great. But if you want to go and really, really get into doing NFTs and maybe helping car companies sell their cars with an NFT or via an NFT, go do it. If you perfect something like that and you be the only one in town doing it, do you realize what that means? Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and call it there. Like, subscribe, share the video, please. And yeah. Oh, 4:30 today. Join the Patreon show. It's $5 a month. I'd really do that just to keep the trolls out. Because someone who's gonna come in there, they're not gonna pay $5 to come in there and bang on my door and giving me a hard time for stuff like that. It also gives me a platform to stand on to talk more openly about the things that that make sense for what's happening right now. That I would typically be seriously censored on. But anyways, you guys have a blessed afternoon, and we'll talk to you later.